Hello everyone and welcome to Ibaisaic. Welcome to another video featuring this Nilco 271. Now for some reason my big mess test with this vacuum cleaner has proved very popular among the YouTube viewing public and my subscribers. So I thought I would take the Nilco out again for another appearance, but with a twist. Because I tamed the beast, or I tried to tame the beast, in the last video, but today I'm going to give the beast a bit more bite. Yes, I am. So, if you've watched the very long unboxing video I did of this machine a while ago, you'll remember that I got what I thought were spare brushes. So a pack of 4 brushes in here. The cleaner's fitted with 4 brushes. I was a little bit disappointed to see that it didn't have any beating action. It just had a brush roll with 4 brushes on. I thought, fair enough. But then it was pointed out to me that one of my viewers has seen another video where this machine had 8 brushes. And that got me into thinking. I thought, I wonder if I can put 8 brushes all at once inside this Nilco. Well, I think I can, and for the first time I'm going to attempt it, see if these 4, what I thought were spare brushes, will add to the 4 already installed to give this Nilco an extra sweeping action to deal with those pesky pet hairs. Okay, let's turn the Nilco round, reveal its underbelly, and have a look at the agitator. Well, here she is on her back, exposing everything for the world to see. Well, not exactly the world, whoever watches this video. So I'm going to reveal more of her innards by moving these little levers over. Oh, they are a bit stiff, and removing the metal base plate. Come on, it needs to be pushed to the front a bit. I've always had trouble with this. Oh, there we go. Ow, it bit me. You! Trying to get its own back. Right, I did give it rather a vigorous test in my last video. If you haven't seen that, there will be a link in this video. There's a link to the unboxing if you really want to know everything about this. Now, whoops, oh dear. Unfortunately, it's a bit mucky from the big mess test. A few bits of, I did clean it a bit. So here is the standard agitator that was fitted to the machine. 4 brushes. Looked okay, got the central location for the belt, very like a Hoover Senior or Hoover Convertible in the USA. Very similar setup, huge fan, and the motor spindle and the agitator. Well, if you look a bit closer, you'll see that there is some blanking pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I happen to have the 4 brushes. So, what I need to do, is take out the blanking pieces. So I'll just show you doing it with 1, and then I'll do all of them. So undo the 2 Phillips posi-drive screws, put them to one side, and then we can take this piece out, revealing metal-bodied brush roll. And here is one of the other brushes. So, which way does it go in? I wonder if there's a special way. And because it does allow me to put it in either way, and I'm not sure. I don't know if it makes any difference, does it? Does that make any difference, which way it goes? I don't think so. It's hard to tell. So it's leaning outwards. I'll put it in that way for a laugh. Or should I? Should I dare? Don't know. I don't really know which way it's supposed to go. If you know if there is a specific way round that brush is supposed to go, please comment. I'm going to have to move that over. Right, let's do that up. So that's 1. Also in this video I'm going to put some more dirt down, maybe not as big as the last test. I'm not going to put such big parts because the belt kept slipping off. But what I will do in this video that I didn't do in my last one is see how it copes on a hard floor. Now it's only brushes, there's no beta bars, so I don't think it'll cause any damage. I'm not too bothered about my kitchen floor. It is due for replacement, so if it does happen to rip it up, it'll just get replaced a bit sooner than we were going to, but you know, it'll make a fun video. Right, I think that... There we go, that's in. I really don't know if it's which way it's supposed to go. Looks alright as I'm turning it. Look at that, look at that! Oh! What would happen if I just left 2 in one side and 4 in the other? Might unbalance it. I won't do that, and don't ask me to. I'm not going to risk the life of the Nilco. It's already been abused, although this machine is having a very easy life compared to the ones that were sold to commercial premises. They would have had a very hard life, but I think they'd have stood up to that hard life because they are built like tanks, just like that Hoover heavy duty. I can't remember the model number, but Hoover nicknamed it the Indestructible, and it surely was. I'm not sure even those... Have you seen those videos? They're not nice. I wouldn't recommend them, but there are certain channels on YouTube where they take pleasure in destroying vacuums, and I've seen the odd ones, and they're quite rare machines. If they'd sold on eBay, they could have made money. And I've seen a few comments of people, and I wouldn't bother commenting on them if I were you, but they're saying, how could you destroy this? It's a vintage piece, blah blah. And I think whoever makes these videos likes that. They get some kick out of upsetting people who see a vintage appliance that, you know, someone will like, someone will look after, someone will restore. Piece of our sort of domestic history being destroyed for the sake of a bit of fun. You know, so there's some videos I'd quite like to there's some vacuums I would quite like to destroy. Some of the later Chinese ones, I can't see them being, you know, well, they will eventually be part of our history, I suppose. But some frustrate me so much, that's a bit awkward. I'll try the other one. Some vacuums frustrate me. I won't mention the name, but it begins with V and ends in X. Fill in the gaps. There's some of those models that are just basically take them out of the box and then put them in the bin. They're that bad. But, you know, each to their own. So, I wasn't going to show you doing all this, but I've got chatting, haven't I? As I tend to do in these videos. I tend to get chatting to you lot. I know you're saying, shut up, shut up! Just show us the vacuum working, we're not interested in you talking, you so-and-so. Well, some of you like it anyway, and some of you, it sends them to sleep. So, you know, as a sleep aid, my videos are excellent. I know that for a fact. You can't get to sleep, you put one of my videos on, within 5 minutes or less, you'll be in the land of Nod. I can assure you. I'm quite sleepy now, just talking. Right, that's a bit, there we go. It is a little bit tight, I don't know, it is this particular piece. I don't want to have to be going to sort of try and sand down an end. It's because I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to hold it in a position, I'll have to hold it in a different position. I'm trying to show you, in the old-fashioned Blue Peter tradition, it's a good job you can't see the top of my shirt because it's... I put this shirt on because it's blue, goes with the machine. But it's a shirt I bought in the sale online, and it's one of those skinny fit shirts. And you know, I'm not exactly a porker, but I'm not exactly stick thin either. So just off camera, the pockets are, the buttons are bulging. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. I had to give it a big push. The buttons are bulging, revealing my belly button, and you won't want to be seeing that. That'll put you off your dinner. Anyway, I've done it now. The last one, was a little bit reluctant to go into where it should go. Ooh, look at this now. I would have preferred this if this had a brush, beater bars, but anyway. I used to love I had a Hoover Concept 1. If any of you out there have got a brand new in the box Hoover Concept 1, UK edition, you want to give me, please do so. That will never happen. The Hoover Concept 1, I know you, my American viewers will be more familiar with the Hoover Concept 1. That had the Quadriflex agitator, lovely shiny chrome. That was a lovely looking agitator. But look at that, folks. Oh, lordy, lordy. That is brushing all the way now. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Let's have some close-up shots for you. Dee 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 dee. Look at that, folks. Right, let's place it back in the appliance. Now, what do I have to do? I think I have to hook the, oh, I can't remember how I did it. I think I have to, yes, that's right, okay. I have to hook the belt over first, over the spindle, making sure it is in the correct way. And I think those 3 lines were uppermost. If I haven't got it in correctly, I won't be able to put the base plate on. Right, let's just test it rotates, that's good. We've got this little bit of springy action as well. There. Now, providing I've got the end caps in the correct position, because I do believe they're adjustable for brush roll wear, providing they're in correctly, we should be able to test this bad boy out. Ew. It's a tricky one to get on properly. It has to be located at the front first. Ah, that's it. There's a little lip. It is brushing. Yes, no, that's okay. That's okay. There we go. That's locked into place. That rotates freely. Look at that, look at that. Core blimey, governor. Have you ever seen such a brush roll in your life? Okie dokie. I'm going to plug this in and we'll see it rotating before we see it in action. Well, here it is, kids. It's plugged in and it's ready to go. So time to press the big black on-off button and let's bring this beast to life. Let's wake the beast from its slumber. Okay, are you ready? Let's go for it. Ooh, wow, that is, it's more than twice, isn't it? Is it 4 times the brushing action it had? I think it is. Is it? Yes, it is. How many brushes did I put in? I lose count. I'm an old man, I forget things. 4. I've put 4 new brushes in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 8. So there was 4. There was 4. So I have doubled it. I have not quadrupled the brushing action. I've just doubled it. But what? Look at that. Shall we turn it over and have a look? I'm going to give it a quick go over the clean carpet. Well, there's a few little bits that have dropped out of the machine, but I'll have a quick go before I put some dirt down. But first, actually, I'll do it in the kitchen, put some dirt down on the kitchen floor first, before coming into the living room and giving the Nilco one more big mess test. Well, here she is, and just to the side of me, I don't know if we can quite see her, is little Daisy, unfazed by the vacuum, but out of camera shot is Molly, looking very scared. I don't think Molly's going to attempt to attack the beast. You might see Molly running off. Okay, let's see if it makes any different noises with the extra brushes. Obviously, because this cleaner takes a while to ramp up to full RPM, I'll just wait a few seconds until we've got full power. sounds even sweeter. It sounds different. It's slightly self-propelled now because of the extra brushes. It was moving along on its own very slowly. I've had vacuum cleaners that have gone woof, been fun to watch. Now I'll just try it again upright to see. I think it's a bit heavy to be too self-propelled. It might move at a very slow pace. I'm not touching it. It's coming for me. It's alive. Oh, help! So it will propel itself along the room. I'd have a very clean carpet if I was to let it go at that pace. Somebody was saying, do a video with it cleaning your whole carpet on its own. I know how some of your minds work by now. When I'm making these videos, I think, oh, somebody's going to say, do this, do that. And, you know, I try and accommodate my viewers, but, you know, I don't have time often to do all these things you want to see. But hopefully you do like what I'm showing you. Well, some of you do anyway. Let's give it another quick go. Well, as you can see, those extra brushes do make a difference. Certainly grooms the carpet better, and I don't think it moved around on its own with only the 4 brushes. Wow, I'm liking this cleaner even better now. Okay, not sure how it's going to perform, but let's take it into the kitchen. I'll throw down some mess and we'll see how it picks it up. Okay, so I've thrown down the usual sort of mess: rolled oats, rice, flour and sugar. Not really sure how this is going to do on hard floors. I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be used on hard floors. Ooh, it's scraping already. I don't have the instruction book. Okay, let's give it a go. Probably make quite a noise with all those rolled oats going through the fan. Again, I'll wait for it to build up to full speed. I don't know if you heard me laughing. Oh, it looks quite good, doesn't it? That looks quite good. Oh, look, my socks have got dirty. It does actually. Pulling it back was good, but I could see from my angle, and I'll show you that angle in the next shot, when I was pushing the machine forward, it was flicking a load of stuff behind me, and it's absolutely all over the kitchen behind me. So, but this bit, it has picked a lot of it up, but it has also moved quite a lot of the dirt from this part of the kitchen to the other side of the kitchen. Anyway, I'll do another shot, and I'll show you what I mean by this scattering. So I'll film it from behind this time. Okay, I hope I've got the camera at the right angle. Just watch behind the machine as I push it forward. Watch for the scattering. Oh, it's smelling a bit musty again. It has picked up quite a bit, but the next shot I'll show you where a lot of the dirt has actually ended up. So as you can see, this whole area is more or less covered, and it was clean before the video. I'd only put dirt down in front or behind the camera as you're seeing it. All this has been produced by the Nilco, so not very successful. It would be useful if I did want to spread a lot of dirt around quickly, I could get the Nilco out and let that scatter the muck. But all in all, on the forward pass, it does scatter a lot of dirt, but if I was to pull the machine backwards, and that's what I'm going to do for the last part of the hard floor demo, I'm going to start the machine in front of the mess and pull it backwards and see if that prevents the scattering that happens when I push the machine forwards. Okay, for the last shot we've got this bit of mess that we haven't gone over, so I'm going to try and clean it up, but this time I'm just going to pull the machine backwards over the mess, and hopefully, I'm not sure if it'll still scatter. Anyway, we'll see. A bit of scattering, a bit, but nowhere near as much. I would be. Oh, how's that got up there? How's that? Oh, that'll be from the underside of my socks. It's a messy job demonstrating vacuums. Yeah, so I've still got half the kitchen floor to clean. I'll probably use the cylinder cleaner for that, and I don't know which one I'm going to use because that'll be another question. What vacuum did you use to clean up after that one? I don't know. It might be a Miele, it might be an AEG, it might be a SIBO, I might use a dustpan and brush. I don't know. That'll always be a mystery. Well, after my last big mess test featuring the Vax VCU02 upright, I thought I should take some precautions. I've got myself a full bodysuit, a dust mask. I will be clearing the area of all four-legged animals, and then I'll be spreading out the dust all over this lovely clean living room. The last big mess test I did, I was absolutely covered in dust, even on my eyelashes, can you believe it? I was coughing for weeks afterwards. So, in order to give me a little bit of protection, because otherwise Mr. Ibaisaic may be no more, you know? All this exposure to this dust and dirt will be taking its toll. So anyway, that's why, that's why I'm dressed. I don't know what I'm dressed like, but I'm dressed like this because it's funny, isn't it? Well, it's not funny. It is. It does have practical reasons. Okay then, I'm going to get my bag of filth, which today is courtesy of a pneumatic James. I'm going to spread it all about, do the hokey cokey, and pick the dirt up. Whoa! What fun we're having today on Ibaisaic. Most sane people like to make snow angels, but not on the Ibaisaic channel. No folks, on the Ibaisaic channel we like to make dust angels. Ah, feel the lovely dust in between my fingers as I spread it on this pristine carpet in order to test the next vacuum cleaner. Oh dear, do you know what folks? I think I've finally lost it. The years and years of making these videos for you have turned me slightly doolally-tap. Yes, I know I was already a little bit old to start with, but I can tell you this, I've never done this before in my life, and I probably never will again, but we've captured it on film, and with any luck, some medical or healthcare professionals will come along, see the video, find out where I live, and take me away to never see the light of day again. Oh well, I've had a good life. Oh, right then. Oh dearie me, that was fun. And slightly gross at the same time. I'm sure we've all done fun things that are a bit gross, haven't we? But not many of us film it on YouTube. Now, obviously I'm not going to leave, you know, I'm not leaving these huge clumps. They're not going to be left today. Because we saw what happened the last time. The Nilco, although it's a big machine, I managed to slip the belt off on more than one occasion because I left these big chunks, and it's not designed really To clean these big chunks, I'd need a wet and dry or industrial type cleaner with a larger diameter hose to cope with all this. Anyway, I'm glad I've got this face mask on, I can tell you. Right, I'm just going to spread this dust around a bit more, take away the big bits, let the dust settle that's in the air, and then get Nilco out for a big final mess test. And in the meantime, I hope nobody knocks on the door with a parcel for me. Okie dokie, well, I'm still wearing my protective clothing and dust mask, just in case. Let's see how the new, improved 8 brush roll Nilco copes with this mess. Well, without checking back on my last video, I think that is an improvement. I can't say what percentage, maybe even 40% better than the 4-brush Nilco. There is a line of shame. There's always a line of shame. Well, not always, most of the time. There's always a line that's uncleaned, an area. For some reason, it's quite faint here, very, very faint, but as we go back a bit further, there's a more prominent line. Well, it's done a good job, hasn't it? Look at that result. From chaos comes calm and peace. Clean and soft and bouncy. Well, as bouncy as this cheap carpet that was fitted when I moved in can be, but it's looking a lot better. Okie dokie. To finish the video, let's clean up the rest. that's the end of the big mess test, part 2, for the Nilco 271. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making it. I certainly needed that suit. I wouldn't have done what I did. I wouldn't have rolled about in the filth without that suit on. I don't get my kicks that way. But it was just for a bit of fun. I'm not certifiable, honestly. Anyway, this was a bit of fun for you. You can't buy this machine, well, certainly not brand new. You can if you're very, very lucky. I was lucky enough to get this new a while back. You might be able to pick one up second hand. But if you can't, at least you've experienced me making a fool of myself and vacuuming up a lot of dirt. So until the next time, please stay tuned. Lots more vacuum fun. Some more serious than this one. Lots more reviews, unboxings, demos, how-tos. Loads of things planned for Ibaisaic over the next weeks and months. Please subscribe if you don't already, and you'll be updated every time I upload a new video. And also, because they've taken me hundreds of hours to make, please have a look at my back catalogue and see what other things I've been getting up to over the course of the years. So until the next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.